Hello? Hello? It is me. Now let's see if YouTube is going to work. I don't quite know how this is going to look on YouTube, considering we still got Twitch chat and all that. Let's see, what is it looking like right now? Let's try typing inside again YouTube. I'm just interested to see how this actually displays on my stream. Okay, so if I type a message on YouTube chat, it doesn't look like it shows up on Twitch at the moment. This message, I guess. Let's see if this shows up. Why is this in like 480p? That's better. Interesting. Yeah, so it looks like messages on YouTube right now are not going to show up on the stream or on Twitch. So I need to try and add that friggin' that kind of bot that shares messages between both YouTube and Twitch. We'll have to do that for next time. Okay, let's actually get on with some development now then. Right. So what we're doing now basically is setting up some triggers that tell us where the player is in the map. And I started this yesterday but didn't finish. So where is number... yeah, 5 is the one I got to, locator 5. So that's here, so we're gonna have to make one of these for all the way from 6 to 14. So let us start on that then. So we need to go to rotation mode. Set this right in the middle. Deselect that. And now we can go ahead and just keep copying this to each one of these. And just make sure that it's actually covering both sides, so it needs to move a bit more to the right. Not that much though. Ooh. This thing is really finicky to do. I don't know if there's a better way of doing this, but I'm really not experienced with Radiant. Coding is more my specialty with this kind of stuff. Oh my god, okay, that moved a lot more than I was hoping it would. Doesn't have to be dead on though, as long as it's like mostly covering both sides. It should be fine. I don't really understand why it's like got such big gaps when I do it like that. It's really annoying. I hate Radiant so much sometimes. Maybe if I hold down, oh no, holding down shift definitely wasn't the way to go. Hold down alt maybe? No? I don't know, I don't get it. But it's fine, we'll be done soon anyway with this thing. Okay, that should be fine. That needs to move a little bit more to the right, but knowing this, it is going to move a lot more to the right as soon as I even think about touching this. Yep, there you go. Bloody thing. Okay, that would do, I think. So I can probably extend some of these anyway. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll just extend that a bit after we've put all these in. That's definitely off. Yeah. Try and put that a bit more to the right. Don't know if that even moved. Oh yeah, that's actually perfect. Oh, this is actually the last one. Nice. How very wonderful. I am very happy about that because this is not the part I like doing. Out of all parts of modern, I absolutely just hate working with Radiant. And it's funny because it's usually the opposite with everyone else. It's usually coding that everyone hates. But I'm the weird one, and I prefer coding a lot more than actually putting stuff in like in editors and stuff. It's the same with like Unity and Unreal. Like I've always been more into the coding side rather than the environment side and actually putting stuff into the game. But the thing is, if you're like a solo developer, you pretty much have to. do that stuff as well. It's not like I don't hate doing it, I just much prefer coding. Okay, so let's extend that a little bit more. I just want to make sure it's not actually overlapping into other ones, but it looks like that's fine. So this one is number 14, I believe. Hey, Lizataro! Thank you, yes. I have a very loud keyboard. I need to try and figure out how to set up like a noise gate or whatever, which I'm probably going to do a test stream tomorrow or something. Because I see you're on YouTube at the moment, and YouTube comments aren't actually showing up on the stream at the moment, and also people on Twitch can't see YouTube comments. So yeah, I'm gonna do a test stream tomorrow to try and get all this stuff working, and hopefully try and stop my little guy from talking while I'm typing, because otherwise he looks like he's possessed or something. This one actually looks like it's fine already. That needs to be located at 11. This one needs to be located at 8. And probably extend that a little bit more. This one is 7. And that needs to extend a bit more. What is this one? This one is number 9. I wish all these would go like in the actual order they should be in. I don't understand what determines what order they get put in. It's definitely not the created order, that's for sure. Freaking Radiant. So dumb. No, I don't want to move that. I want to extend that. Yeah, that'd be fine. That's a very minimal gap. Let's, oh, I've already changed that to locator 9. Cool. What is this? This is 10. Locator 10. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, that's fine actually. This is 13. Unlucky number 13. Although it seems like this one is fine actually. How very lucky. That's 14, which we already did. Nope, click on that. 12. That one is fine. Number 5 we already did. We did that one yesterday. Well, actually, we haven't checked if it needs extending, and I think it does slightly. This one's not too bad. Okay, a 4 we did yesterday as well, but yeah, actually no, I don't think it does need extending at all. Okay, a 3. That one is also fine. Look at that, 2 is fine. Okay, to 1 is is fine. Locator 0 is definitely fine because that was the starting one. And then locator 6. That definitely needs to be extended. Here we are. Okay. Thank God that's done. Okay. So I guess now then we'll compile this and test it just to make sure. Just to make sure that all the location stuff is working. So this I'm gonna have to change to 15 now. And that should be the only thing I have to change actually. So yes, now we'll just compile it and hopefully all of the location stuff will be working. But let's see if YouTube and all that is still working. Yeah, it looks like it is. Do 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 do. I suppose while I'm waiting for this, we can actually start getting the gates in, because each of these little holes here is going to have a door on it, but we need to actually get the door first, because I haven't saved the model for it yet. We need to open up our Blender file, although I am kind of overloading the PC at the moment, so hopefully it doesn't blow up or anything. If the stream ends, then I guess that's why my PC has blown up. Okay, so there is my gates. And I think the origin point is all fine already. Yeah, it's spinning around those hinges. Whoa, 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 whoa! So let's export this. Selected only, no armature. I can't remember what scale I use. I think it's 55 for this map, but we'll see. Persona, map velvet room. And we'll do... Oh, I actually have already exported it. Okay. Persona 5 jail door. Right. Do we actually have it in here though? Where are we? Persona, map, Persona velvet. Jail door. No, I don't think we have the jail door. Oh no, there it is. We do have it. Okay. We do indeed. Alright, well this should be done in a second, so I might as well just wait for this now. Oh yeah, and of course, we should probably close Blender before my PC blows up. It's always the first compile that just takes so long. Usually after the first compile of the day though, it isn't as slow. Okay, it is loading finally.
Flash!
Move! The desk going my way. That though is indeed located at 11. This will be 13 hills. Let's see if
Ja!
yeah, 13. Let's go to another one. Let's go to number 5. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Give me a second. Alright, that should be better. Thanks for letting me know. For some reason, every time I launch this game, my volume gets set to 75%, and it's really annoying. I don't know why it does that. So every single time I launch the game, I have to reset it again. But most of the time, I forget to. So let's add these doors. Awesome. Awesome. I need to set that to 1 or something. is this already at the right height? It is. It should be a little bit off the ground. Yes. I think that is fine. So these should, yeah, these should be like touching pretty much. So yeah, it does need to be a little bit lower than actually, probably 0 instead of 0.25. That looks good. But do we want to go a little bit more to the left here? I think so. It's kind of hard to see. I think a tiny bit more that way. Oh, not that way. The other way. The other right. There we go. Probably 35.5. No, 35.75, we'll say. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So, now if we find this in here, which I think should be down here, it is. Go to rotation mode, set the origin. Oh, hang on, I need to go to like, yeah, that should be fine. Yes, that looks nice. So it would open in from the outside, rather than going inwards. So that is good. Let's make this a script model so we can actually rotate it through script. And what should we call it? We will call it door 0, I guess. Yeah, door 0, and we'll just call them all. We'll name them all like that. Next thing we're going to need would be a collider, because at the moment this door won't have collision. People can just run through it, and that is not what we want, not at all. So, this should be a lot bigger. I don't know why that's rescaled. So we want to make it about that big-ish. Yeah, we'll do it like up to there, I think. Doesn't matter if there's a tiny gap. Yeah, that should be fine. The height though, we're gonna put... Whoa! Thank you for following Dr. Ricebomb. That's the first time I've actually seen that GIF appear. It kind of scared me a bit, not gonna lie. But I very much appreciate the follow. So yes, we'll put the collider all the way to the top. Just in case the player for some reason flies into the air, we don't want them to land on top of this invisible collider. Or get on top of the door, or whatever. We'll just put it to the same height as all the other colliders. Yes, it is awesome. Yes, I very much appreciate it. For this one we probably just won't clip, because that means they'll be able to actually shoot through it as well. Yes. Yes, 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 that should be fine. Probably don't have to extend it that much on the bottom though, maybe like there. And then we need to make this a script brush model. So let's do that, and we'll name this the same kind of way. We'll do door 0 col for collider. And we need to enable dynamic path and moving platform enabled, because if we don't do that, then the zombies will just think there's nothing there, so they'll just walk into the wall. And that will not be okie dokie. Not okie dokie at all. And now, the last thing... No, there'll be two more things we need actually. One will be a trigger, which will basically tell the player that the door requires souls or whatever to open, because these doors, you have to kill zombies by them for them to open automatically, basically. But to start with, while I'm testing, I'm going to have it so I can just open them manually, just by pushing a button next to them. So the trigger's going to help with that, as well as just telling the user that you need souls to actually open the door. So let's extend the trigger to there. It's probably fine for the height, I would say. But we can maybe extend it a bit, just in case the player jumps. Yeah, that should be fine. So we'll call this one door 0 trigger, and also set that to hint no icon, so we don't have the stupid hand symbol when they walk up to it. And then the final thing we'll need would be the actual location that the soul flies into. Because I can't just use the door model, as it's such a big model that it might glitch out a bit. So we are going to do something. I'm just thinking whether we want collision on this door or not. Like bullet collision, rather. I think we'll have it for now, just to see how it goes, because if like you have bullet collision on stuff like this, sometimes it interferes with soul collection, because there needs to be a direct line of sight from where you kill the zombie to where the soul's meant to go in order for it to actually enter. But we'll just see how it goes. Let's put that to 0. And we basically want this just like right in the middle of this bar here. Probably about there. Yeah, that should be fine. And then... Or... Actually, you know what? It would make more sense if it was on the lock itself. Because like we are unlocking it with the souls, so it would make more sense if the soul actually goes into the lock rather than the just the middle of the door. So we'll call this door 0 soul. This is called Radiant. It's basically a mod editor for Black Ops 3, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 to be specific, and I'm currently making a zombies map for the game, which is based on Persona 5. But yeah, custom zombies is amazing, even if you're not into like Call of Duty and all that. I'm definitely not anymore. It's really gone downhill. Hello, D-Knights. No problem. Thanks for stopping in. Hello, Nora. Thanks for the offer, but I'm okay at the moment, to be honest. I think I have enough art right now, but I do appreciate it though. I think I will make this a different color actually, just because purple's the default color. Let's make it not red, because that's going to blend in with the colliders too much. We'll go with yellow maybe. Yellowy orange kind of color. So now, oh yes, I guess you are seeing a sneak peek of my Persona map as well, D-Knight. Still got a long way to go though. Even though it's been in development for like 4 months, but I'm just lazy. Okay, so we should have everything for this now. So we can indeed go ahead and just copy this to all of these pretty much. Yeah, okay, actually we're probably gonna need to try and get this exact. What's 360 divided by 14? My math brain cannot handle this. Is it a whole number? Probably not, but I hope it is. Ah, it's not a whole number, typical. Okay, in that case we'll just have to try and make it look as good as possible. So let's select this in the middle so we can get the rotation centered. Where are we? Is it? Oh, there it is. It's hard to see with all this stuff in the way. Okay, now I can copy this. We'll just copy it to each one for now, and then clear up each one individually. So that is 1. That is nearly 2, but I can see that it's very off. Let's see if I can go to a smaller thing. Actually, it's probably easier if I do it in here. It's not as like jittery, I guess. I don't know what the word would be. Sensitive, that's the word I'm looking for. It's not as sensitive in here. And that would go here. Is that about right? Let's go a little bit more like that. Yeah, that looks good. Next. Let me do that. Badonk. 2 hours later. This is why I don't like doing this kind of stuff. I prefer coding, although I guess you could say that coding is repetitive as well, but I don't know, man, I just like coding. It's just how it is. But this has to be done though. That needs to go a bit more to the right there. Oh, no, stop jittering. There we go. That's good enough. And out of every like editor thing I've used, like Unity, Unreal and Radiant, this is by far the worst one. I mean, it's probably because I'm just not as familiar with this one, but like, just actually moving stuff to where you actually want it is such a pain in the ass. But there might be easier ways of doing this that I just don't know of. Here we go. A little bit less to the right. Let me put you right. Ah, no, it keeps going. Oh my god, no, now it's messed up. Might as well just delete the whole map at this point. There we go, got there in the end. Okay, that's perfect. Did that one relatively quickly. I think we've only got about 3 more left. So that's nice. Then we've got to go around and actually rename all these though, so that's fun. For at least renaming them isn't as tedious as this. Oh yeah, we're on the last one. Yes. Come on, you're nearly there. Please. No, okay, it's gonna make me zoom in a bit, I guess. There we go. Oh, no problem, Nora. Yeah, I'll be sure to message you if I need anything. Thanks for letting me know. Zombies is... it's like its own language, Rice Bomb, called GSC, which is like a variant of C++. I haven't like coded in proper C++ before, so I don't know how similar it is, but as far as I know it is very similar to that. But I do enjoy this code a lot. Like, out of all the languages I know, I think this one and C# are definitely my favourites. JavaScript is okay too, but I'm not a big fan of Python, at least from what I've done of it. It just feels very weird, Python. Okay, so now I have to go through the fun process. Oh no, please don't tell me. Oh, okay, thank God. I thought I forgot to copy the soul object then for a second, but I forgot I put it in front of the key and the lock instead of the middle of the door. Okay, so door 1 trigger. Door 1 soul. Door 1 collider. And of course, door 1. Oh no, didn't mean to click that. Need to get that soul object and the collider. Door 3 trigger. Door 3 soul. collider, and of course door 3. It's such a pain in the ass if you mess this up as well, because if you even mess up one, then it just doesn't work. And you're stuck wondering what you've done wrong, and it's just because you missed some stupid number or something in these damn names. Is this definitely 5? Let's just make sure. Okay, it is. No! I said 4 by accident. That's another thing. I accidentally typed the wrong number, and that's another reason why it doesn't work. Just actually selecting this stuff in general is a pain, because like with the doors, because there's the collider over it now, the only way I can actually select it is by going inside the collider and selecting the bit off the door here, which is always lovely. Boop a doop a doop boop 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 a doop a doop a doop boop 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 a doop. Door 7. At least after I've renamed all this, it would be time for some coding, which is nice. Although I think I need to go make a cup of tea actually after, because I need my tea. I cannot live without it. There's just nothing better than sitting down, doing some coding and drinking some tea at the same time. Door 9. Oh yeah, just to make sure this actually is 9. It is. Don't want to end up accidentally skipping one and then having to go through all of them again because the naming is like one number off or something. That would be terrible. This would be 11. This would be 12. Just 2 more left. 13 and 14. Oh yeah, I forgot I have to go through the damn doors to make sure they're actually in the right places. Oh no. Mamma mia. But you know what, I want my tea first, so I'm gonna go get my tea first before I do that, at least. And that should be the last one. Yes, I believe that is. Okay, well, I'm gonna go for a quick break anyway and get a cup of tea. But I will be back in 5 minutes probably, but knowing me, it will probably be like 10 minutes. Because I'm always wrong with my predictions. So anyway, I shall be right back. Okay, I am here. It actually wasn't that long for once. Yes, so we just need to go through each of these just to make sure the doors line up fairly well. This one, for instance, is a bit off. So, with all the ones that are, which will probably only be the first ones to be fair, I just need to reposition them a bit. So select that and get the origin all centered. Press the wrong button. I've got a habit of doing that in Radiant. Where are we? Here. So, oh, you know what? I'm actually recording by accident. That is unhelpful because I've got my keybinds for OBS set to F9 to start recording, and it just so happens that F9 is also used to go to this special mode here in Radiant, so it turns out I've actually been recording for the last half hour, which is not what I wanted to do, really. I'm gonna have to try and change that keybind sometime. Okay, so that one is done. How about this one? That one looks pretty good, actually. And this one? That one looks fine. That one also looks fine. So does that one. So does that one. So does that one. And 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 that one does too. And so does that one. And that is all of them. Wonderful. So now it's actually time to do some coding. Yeah, you know what, let's stop that recording, because there's no reason for it to be recording. And let's just make sure I'm actually still streaming on both YouTube and Twitch, just in case that messed it up. Looks fine on Twitch, and looks fine on YouTube. Okay, good. That is good. Yes. Okie dokie. Okay, well, we can start with a bit of coding then. So I guess what I want to start with is just testing that the doors open and close properly. But before I do that, I have to actually code the opening and closing the doors. So we're just going to do it with the triggers to start with, so we can manually open and close them. So we use Area Manager for this. Create a new function probably for Door Manager. Nah, probably not necessary. I'll put that in the initiation function. Init. So we're going to define all the stuff here, so... Oh! Hello, Ozo! Thanks for the raid! With 2 viewers, let's go! You are my first raid, actually. That is awesome! Bup. Bubbly bup. Yes, we are just doing a bit of modding right now. True. That is true. Okay, so we need to get these entities. So I guess to start with, we'll be better off creating empty arrays for each of these. So we got the doors, we got the door calls, colliders, that being, the door triggers, and actually, oh goodness me, do I need these arrays? I probably don't, to be fair. Yeah, I probably don't need them. I think all I'd need to do really is just create a for loop, which will loop through this probably, yeah, 15 times, because there are 15 doors that go from 0 to 14. And then we are going to get the door, which is get ents door, what did I call it now? I think it was literally just door underscore and a number, wasn't it? No, select the damn door. Yeah, door underscore number. Door underscore plus I for the index, and then target name. Then we've got the collider, which is door underscore number plus underscore col. And then we're just going to copy this 2 more times because the other stuff uses the same kind of setup. We got the trigger, and we've got the soul. Voila. So now we are going to want to create a function for the door rotation. So we'll call this watch door, and then we'll put in some parameters for each of these. So we've got the door, the collider, the trigger, and the soul. And then thread, watch door, door, call, trigger, soul. Now in here is where we are going to want to check whether we need to open or close the door. So we're going to put this in an infinite while loop. We'll end on end game as well, because if the game has ended we don't need to do this function anymore. And then we'll say yeah, probably level, wait till, and we want a new event, which is going to be, ooh, do we want a separate event for opening and closing the door, or just one event? Probably, yeah, probably just the one event actually. So we'll say move door and then the number of it. So we're going to have to pass the index in as a parameter as well. And that is going to be I. So wait till move door plus the index of the door. Okay. So when we do that, we're going to need a boolean actually to say whether the door is open or closed. And maybe we'll have a parameter for that as well actually, because I think some of these doors are going to be open by default, but others are going to be closed by default. To start with, I think we're going to have all of them be closed. So what we'll do then is we'll just put a new parameter, say closed on default, and then put true, because we want them all closed on default for now at least. Now create a new boolean for door is closed equals closed on default. So that's just setting that to the default value. And then we could say, yes, if door is indeed closed, then we want to open it. So, you know what, I'm gonna have to press F9 again, so I need to change my hotkeys for OBS right now, so it's not gonna keep recording my damn videos. Let me do this quickly, my apologies. Hotkeys, let's just remove this one for now. I'll set the sign counts later. There we go. Now I can actually press F9 without starting a new freaking recording. Where's door 0? Door 0 is here. So I'll use this one as just a basis here. So we need to go to rotation mode, center the rotation around this point here. And what way are we rotating? So we're rotating negatively, and we probably want to rotate it to about like 90 degrees ish, so 270. Well, it's not going to be 270 for all of them though, but it is going to be negative 90 degrees for all of them. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so if the door is closed currently, we're going to want to rotate negative 90. If the door is open currently, we'll want to rotate positive 90. So door, rotate, I believe it would be your, rotate your minus 90. In fact, maybe we should just create some variables for these, just in case, just so I can actually change them a bit easier if I want to set some different values sometimes. So we'll say door rotation amount is 90, and then door rotation speed probably, so probably about 0.5. So this is how fast the door will open and close, and that is in seconds. If I can spell. No! There we go. Seconds. So rotate your, it would be door level dot door rotation amount times -1, because we want this to be a negative of what the door rotation amount is, which is 90. And then this would be door rotation speed. And then the last two parameters are acceleration, deceleration. So we'll probably put those to the door rotation speed divided by 2, I guess. So level door rotation speed divided by 2, level door rotation speed divided by 2. And then we probably want to wait a little bit longer before we want to start soul collection again. So we'll probably wait like door rotation speed times 2 maybe. door rotation speed times 2. Put that in brackets just so it's a bit easier to understand. And I guess actually we're going to want to create an array for whether the doors can capture souls or not. Or maybe we just need one array for how many souls left till the door opens. And if it's 0, that means it can't collect souls because it's 0. I need to take a sip of tea. That is some good tea. Okay. Yes. So basically we'll create an array then for the amount of souls that the door will need. So souls till door moves equals empty array, and we'll create a new array element for in this for loop here. So we'll need a random number for the amount of souls to start with. So we'll say soul amount equals random int range between the minimum number of souls, which we'll just put as, I don't know, 5 or 4 or something for now, to 10. I could change this at a later point because we're not actually doing the soul stuff at the moment. So then we can say array insert level dot souls till door moves soul amount, and we would put that as souls till door moves dot size, because this is the index we're actually adding it to, which would be whatever the size is. So that's that for now. Yes, pretty much. So then we'll put an else here. Almost forgot about this. So if the door is closed currently, in fact, actually, first we need to put door is closed equals false here, because at this point, we're moving the door, checking if it's closed. If this executes, then the door is indeed closed, so we're opening the door, waiting for the rotation speed doubled, and then we're saying that the door is now closed. The door isn't closed, it is open. So what we're going to do is copy all this into else and just do the opposite. So we're rotating it by the rotation amount, not times -1, so it's going to be a positive number. The rest of those parameters would be the same, this would be the same, and then door is closed would be true here. Yes, and that should be it for that. Okay. Okay. So that's the code for opening and closing the door. So now whenever I do want to open and close the door, I just have to notify this event, and that will do it. So now we just need to set up a temporary thing for the trigger, so when we interact with the trigger, it will open and close the door, depending on whether it's open and closed currently or not. So this is going to be a temporary one though, so we'll just say temp interact with door, level end on in game, and we'll put this in an infinite while loop again. We'll say self waits till trigger player. Self here is going to be the trigger, so we need to actually call this function. So let's go up here and we'll put trigger thread temp interact with door. No parameters at the moment, so put trigger here to start with, just to show that the function is on the trigger. So trigger becomes self here. So self wait till trigger player, so we're waiting until the trigger is triggered. Before we do that actually, let's just create a hint string for the trigger, just so we can actually see it. Interact with door. Yeah, just put it as interact with door for now. Then, when the trigger is triggered, we want to notify the event move door underscore plus index. So the index is going to be a parameter here. If I can actually spell index, that would be great. And we will put I as the index here. Notify move door that. And then just wait 2 or something, doesn't really matter. So that's good. So that should be it all done. The only thing that we're not moving at the moment is the collider, and that's going to be a bit more of a pain because the collider is a brush, not a model. So it's not as simple as moving models. It's kind of like there's no actual set. There is an origin point for it, but it isn't really displayed. It's just displayed as 0, 0, 0 permanently. And the origin, like the rotation point for it, is in the center, so we can't just rotate it 90 degrees, because if we do that, it's still just going to be in the center, but it's just rotated 90. So we have to move it as well, unfortunately. Unless I can actually change the origin point of a brush, which I'm not sure if I can. If I can, that would be great though. But this isn't something I've ever done before, so I'm not sure if it is possible. I wonder if it is this actually. No, it doesn't look like changing that actually does anything. That is unfortunate. Let me have a little think about this then. But I think what we're probably going to have to do is work out what the position would be for each of these. You know what, to start with, let's just rotate it, honestly. It's going to not like rotate properly, it's just going to still be in the center of where the door was, but it's fine. We just want to make sure it is actually working first. So this would actually just be exactly the same. Yeah, okay. So we'll just do that with the collider as well. Now we can go ahead and save this and see if it works. So save all, and then we just want to compile the lighting and save, and now build. And now we wait. So when we get in there, all these doors should be there now. We should be able to go up to the doors. It should say whatever I put for it, interact with door. Then if we do interact with it, the door should open 90 degrees. And the collider won't follow the door, but it will rotate. It will just rotate in the middle instead. So that's the test first of all, just to make sure that that actually does that. So we shall see indeed. In fact, while I'm waiting for that to load, I'm just going to have a little search in Discord to see if there is at all a way to change the origin point of a brush. Let me do a bit of research. Yeah, I'm not really finding anything on this actually. I might unfortunately just have to set up some manual positions and stuff, because what I had to do with my last map, for each door, I just had to manually position each collider over both the open and closed doors, get the positions of them, and then hard code it in, which I know isn't an efficient way really, but it's the only way I can think of, just because these brushes are a pain. The only other thing I can think of is to have two brushes for each door, one in the closed state and one for the open state, and we don't actually move the collider brushes at all, and we just like make them visible and invisible depending on whether the door's open or closed. But I feel like that's even less efficient, to be honest. So we shall just see. We shall indeed. I wonder. Yeah, I don't know, man. Okay, well, this is done compiling anyway, so let's have a look if this is gonna work. I don't care about this cheap US crap. Goodbye. Oh yes, I just remembered my phone. I need to reset the volume for. There we go, that should be good. Okay, interact with door. It did indeed open, and the collider did indeed move. Of course, in the wrong position it should be in, but it did do what it's meant to do. What we are going to need to do, of course, is add a little sound effect when opening and closing these doors. Cool. This is indeed working now. Just gotta figure out how to sort out the collider for you. No! Let me close it! Damn it, I wanted to see there we go. Yeah, so he's not gonna walk through it, but if I do that, then he will. Good, 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 good. This is wonderful. You seem a bit stuck though. But that's again just because the colliders are all messed up at the moment. So that's fine. Alright, they're all dying because I don't know what to do. That is perfectly fine though. Okay, well that is all working other than the collider, but we knew the collider wouldn't at the moment. Ba 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 doop ba 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 boop ba doop. I'm just thinking what to do about this, because if there is a way to kind of change the origin point of it, then it would be a lot easier than what I'm about to do. So I think I might actually stop there for now. Ask about that in Discord, see if I get an answer, and then reposition these colliders myself off stream, and then probably stream again tomorrow and do a bit more. So yes, I think for now I am going to end the stream. Well, yeah, thank you to everyone who joined. I'm gonna try and get this YouTube chat and all that sorted out for tomorrow as well. But it seems like it has worked, other than the fact that YouTube and Twitch can't see each other's messages. Yes, thank you for joining, Dr. Icebomb. I hope to see you again sometime soon. Yes, I appreciate you dropping by. So, I shall see you later.